with some more Car Mechanic Simulator, and today one of these cars are going to be moving out of the garage because I'm going to be bringing in a new project that I have waiting outside. I have a choice of two cars. Here we have the Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT8 as the first option. I mean, I have been trying to find one of these on this game now for a little bit. I've got also a Nissan, well, I say Skyline. A lot of people just call it an R35, but I say Nissan Skyline R35 GTR with its iconic V6, the 3.8 litre twin turbo all-wheel drive absolute monster. But we also have a all-wheel drive V8 monster as well. That is naturally aspirated, but it has got a 392 Hemi, which means it has 392 horsepower. I think this GTR standard should have around 550 brake to 600 brake, or somewhere around there. I was a bit over 530. I know that these older versions didn't have as much horsepower as the new ones now have. This is a car that I did off stream that I was doing a long time ago when I first made this like world, because you can make different worlds in this game. So this is just like something I was doing. I didn't finish it. I might finish it on stream, or well, on one of my streams. But as it is, that's just there. So it's a choice between these two. I don't know which one I'm gonna do first, because obviously I'll do one and I'll do the other. So one of these cars are going to, well, I'm gonna swap places. So we have the Porsche 911 Turbo S that I did in the last stream that I finished. The iconic white and gold combination. And I've got the first car that we ever did on this channel with Car Mechanic Simulator, which is the Nissan 370Z Nismo. So one of these cars are going to be going out here, and one of these cars are going to be going in here. So I'm trying to figure out which one I want to do first, to be honest. Like, a part of me's telling me I want to do the R35 first, which I might, and then, you know what, I will start the 35 first. So swap this, put the 911 out here. We can put the 911 out here. So that's out here now. This can stay out here until I get to it. But as it is, now we got the 35. I know this might put out, you know, some numbers when it comes to the dyno, because these things in real life put out quite a bit when they're tuned. Alright, so let's get straight into it by removing all the body panels, the headlights, the tail lights. Even though that the car is in, you know, really good condition, I'm still gonna take everything apart and like restore it like I have been doing, because the 370Z was in a bad condition, the 911 Turbo S was in a bad condition, but this car is in a fairly good condition. But I am still going to do a full tear down and replace absolutely every single piece on this car. Oh, them black tips on that exhaust looks mean. But anyway, right, I know I can repair these parts, so I am going to repair all these parts. I hope you guys are having a good night or a good day. I'm sorry that I haven't been really doing much this week, but you know, I'm streaming now. I definitely will be uploading tomorrow and Friday. I had to think what day I was on then. And then next week then, it's gonna be good. It is going to be good. So, what did I do altogether then? Did pretty much the main parts. Windows I'm gonna have to buy. Lights I'm gonna have to buy. There's pretty much the usual stuff that you have to buy that you can't fix. So get rid of all them. Get rid of the original license plates because I will be changing them. That'll probably be the last thing I put on the car. So body shop. Yeah, because I don't think they do. Yeah, they don't do tuning. Well, performance body parts for most of the DLCs. Oh, why am I buying? I didn't mean to buy them. I've already got them. I gotta remember what I gotta get now. Right, so windows and lights. That's it. Windows and lights. Right. Now that all that's done, I can put them all back on the car, but fresh and brand new. Oh, actually, no, don't put them on the car yet. Because I don't see any corrosion on the chassis. But just to be safe, I still will use the welder. Plus I gotta do the interior detail. Right, now that that's all done, use the welder to sort the frame out. See, I don't know what was wrong with the frame, but clearly there was something because I still had to pay 1,500. After I do like these projects, after I do this R35 and the Grand Cherokee, I will be doing like a full-on campaign mode on this game. I will be doing a few streams on the campaign mode. Because I think that'd be interesting, like an interesting series to, you know, record and to just make in general. So what I'll do is I'll put up a poll on the channel to see if you guys would like to see a campaign like series. So, right, we're getting towards the back of the car now. Get all tail lights in. Last of the windows in. Like, that's the body done. I will be changing the colour as well, because even though this metallic or like chrome red that's already on the car looks nice, but I just want to change it, like I did with the 370. I gotta be fair, the colour that is on this is really good. It really suits the car, and the same with the 911 Turbo S. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take out the interior and put a brand new interior back in the car, but you know, a bit more upgraded, because I will be up in the what's it called? I forgot what it's called now. I forgot the word, but anyway, let's get into the interior. Oh, I was thinking that bench is new, and I realized I got a new DLC, which is the Ram and the Jeep. That's where the Grand Cherokee came from. So let's get the GTR's interior sorted out. I'm gonna keep the original interior. That's what I meant, the value and the quality that I wanted to upgrade. Obviously the value and the quality just makes the parts overall just stronger and better. But the value is what I'm looking for. Even though this is just the sandbox mode of this game, I still like to see how much I can make of restoring these cars. Even though I'm not going to sell them, it still tells me like how much. CSR, welcome to the stream. Well, you're on about your channel, CSR. The thing is with YouTube at the moment is all over the place, and I still don't get it. Even though I've gone like from where I did from under 100 subs up to 1,000, almost 1,400 now. I still can't remember how I did it. It was literally just random. It must have just been luck, to be honest. I really don't know. But the algorithm at the moment is just all over the place. So yeah. Right, we've got a new interior in. That's good. So the frame in the interior parts are 100%. Obviously, body parts are just going to be on 90% until I put the license plates on. Parts in general, though, like the suspension components and the engine, you know, it's on a solid 95%, but that will be put up back to 100. So already I've made a profit of almost 6 grand, which if I was in campaign mode, that'd be really good, because the sell value is 144 grand. But yeah, so next things that I'm going to do is take the gearbox off. Well, I say the gearbox, this isn't a gearbox, it's just a flywheel cover. On these cars, the gearboxes are in the rear, and then runs another drive shaft down to the front differential to then go to the front drive shaft for the all-wheel drive system. So I think like Nissan made this 35 a bit complex, because I mean it is a unique drivetrain, but I think they should have just kept it to the way like other car companies have, where the gearbox should have just stayed at the front. But I don't know if they did this because the flywheel had to be bigger than what could have fitted on a gearbox. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that's just how Nissan did it. So I've got to drain the oil before I can get out. Disconnect the flywheel cover or the flywheel sump. There's two ways of saying it, but I just call it the cover. Right. Now the oil's out, now I've got the car up in the air, I can take the drive shaft off, so I can get the cover. So we can have a better look at the gearbox and where it is as well now. Now that I'm looking at this, I forgot that I had to do this. Yeah, so for the game, the GTR is even more complex. I mean, even though I am going to be stripping the car bare, you know, I can't even do the gearbox until I get onto the suspension anyway, because you've literally got to take every component off the rear before you can actually access the gearbox. Realistically, I don't think this would be the case. I mean, it probably would though, because realistically you wouldn't be able to slide the gearbox forward, I don't think, so it can miss like the subframe or the cross member. So yeah, that is understandable. Right, I can take the cover off now. Get rid of that. Hopefully I don't need to take the downpipes off, because most cars, it doesn't bother the engine when you take them out, but some cars like to be funny and want the downpipes removed. Right, so that should be every step I needed to do just to take the engine out. I'm hoping to get some big horsepower numbers out of this. on the final run, on the final dyno. I don't think I did a top speed run on the Turbo S either. I never actually tested. I don't think I tested the Turbo S. I'll have to check and maybe do it in another stream. But yeah, let's just put this engine on the stand now. Jeez, it is quite a big engine. It's tall, whereas obviously the Boxer engine that was in, well, that is in the Turbo S is long because that's just Boxer engines. Right, I don't know where to start. Oh, that's right. Let's just repair all these parts first. Right, they're repaired. I might as well. No. I'll keep that until after I've done that engine. I was going to take the other drive shaft out, but might as well do it after I put the engine back in. Right. Flywheel cover, I don't think I can get a performance flywheel cover. I mean, it would be nice, but I know I can't. And even if I could get a flywheel cover, it would be at the beginning because it's in alphabetical order. But anyway, moving on to the engine now. I'm going to strip it down on the front first. Just do the front, then I'll move on to the back, the bottom then probably, and then just strip it down from the top then. This is normally the longest process of these projects, is actually tearing the engine down, getting all the parts that you need and the performance parts. I don't know what to do with this one. I don't know either to paint it or just keep it like the colors as it is. I haven't even figured out a color scheme for this car yet anyway. Right, take the oil pan off. Like I said, this engine is, you know, fairly big. I mean, it is a 3.8 litre. For, like, most people that watch my videos and my streams, so I know some of you are American, so you probably think like a 3.8 litre is small. I mean, I don't know what your opinions are on, you know, a 3.8 litre or something within the threes, because I know that is getting towards, you know, your big engines, like your big 5-6 litre V8, so your 7 litre. But yeah, this is a 3.8 litre. Right, I've took off quite a lot so far. Strip the timing down, then I'll start buying new parts and repairing parts. I think it's just like, I can get a bit excited when I'm doing these projects, like especially when I'm tearing the engine down, knowing that the engine's got potential, knowing that the whole car's got potential. I know this isn't like real life or anything, I know it's just a game, but it actually, you know, brings on a dream that I want to make a reality of actually doing, you know, project cars and buying battered cars and doing them up. That is, you know, a dream that I want to make a reality. But at the moment, it's not possible at the moment, but hopefully in the future. Hopefully. Never say never, never say never. I know that'd be good for the channel as well. I mean, I know I've probably said it like last stream, I probably said the stream before that, but it is true. Alright. Idler rollers. 3A's, 1B. No problem. Hopefully we can get this 35 done in this stream, that'd be awesome. That'll probably be the quickest I've actually done a car. I mean, so far so good. We're actually doing it quite quick. Probably been on this stream now for about 20 minutes. So, got a long way to go still, but going quite fast. I think I might just keep the engine color as it is. I don't know I don't know if I want to paint it. But yeah. So, I've done the idler pulleys, belt tensioner now. Whilst I remember as well, I will get the oil filter. I think it was a V8 oil filter. Yeah, it was. Right. Serpentine belt. Crankshaft pulley V8. Right, so get a serpentine belt A. There is no B, I don't think. Unless there is, I don't know. I only saw one serpentine belt anyway. So crank pulley V8 and serpentine belt. So let's start off with the crank. Get the crank pulley first. It was just a normal V8. Now the serpentine belt. There's a few different names for the serpentine belt. You've got some people would call it the auxiliary belt. Some people call it the serpentine belt. Some people call it the alternator belt. You know, there's no difference. I mean, some like names are different. Like some cars have belts on each side of the engine. Just gotta find the serpentine belt now. My headset was falling off. That would not be good. I gotta remember the engine code. I forgot the engine code. I think no, it's another 37. I don't think, because obviously. Oh, I don't know. I forgot the engine code. I'm not sure if it uses the VQ37 VHR. If it does, then it's the same serpentine belt that is used on the 370Z. I'll just try that one. And yeah, because by looks there is no other serpentine belt to be used on the 35. So I'll just get that one now. Go on to the tuning shop now to get the clutch. Get the clutch. I know I need an alternator as well. So whilst I remember, I'll get the alternator. I need a fuel filter. I know I've already removed the fuel filter off the engine, so I'll upgrade that. Right, clutch release bearing, fuel filter I've already bought. Get rid of the old clutch, because I've already upgraded that. Power steering pump. I need to get a new power steering pump as well. That's the right one. I know there was another. Yeah, I knew there was another piece I need to get. Clutch release bearing. Just timing parts now, I think. I think it's just timing. Yeah, it's just timing parts and cam gears. I've got every other piece so far. Right, so let's get some timing parts and the cam gears. And then we can strip down the heads then. With it being a V6, it has two heads. Right, A and B. I was gonna say this should have different engine codes, but I guess not. It must use the same chain and everything as the 370, which I think that is the case, to be fair. I need two Bs if I'm correct. Right. One of them. Yeah, I think what I just said is correct though. Or the turbos. One of the main things on the engine that puts out the power. One of the main things. Well, I say it's the power booster. See, look, VR38 DTT. That should be the engine code for this. But obviously they use some parts from the 370 as well. Which is not a problem. It's not a problem. It's just I didn't know that. So VR38. Whilst I'm here, I might as well. Oh, and get the intake manifolds whilst I'm here as well. See, oh yeah, there we go. A part that was used on the 370Z there, which is the throttle. I've bought the manifold, bought the turbos. I still need to get the cam gears, I think. Yeah, and get rid of all the timing, the old timing chains and the boots or the tensioners, whatever you would like to call them. Cam gear now. So I need two A's and two B's. Oh, that's crank. Should be, yeah, there we go. I was gonna say it should already be in like the bar at the top. Right, two of them. Two of them. Now that I'm looking at it, I've just noticed the cam gear B from the i4, the inline 4 SR20 that is in the Nissan Silvia S15. That is another engine that I would like to do on the channel, that I would like to, do and like strip down and restore on this game. Right, that's all the parts so far. Might as well get rid of the rod caps so I can take the pistons out when I get the heads off and all that. So take the bearings off as well. I personally like the unique sound, the unique V6 sound of the R35. I mean, most V6 sounds are the same, like, believe it or not, if you get for example, like a A5, an Audi A5 or an Audi A4 that has a 3-litre V6 TDI, which is diesel, and you straight pipe it, it sounds like a petrol. It's mad, but it actually sounds like a petrol V6 instead of a diesel. I find it, quite interesting that it does that to the engine, that it makes it sound like a petrol when it's a diesel. Right, the throttles now, get rid of them. What out if I could spell? Yeah, two of them. Just need fuel rails. Get rid of the new. No, don't get rid of the new. Get rid of the old and put the new back in. So, I don't think these are the VR 38. I think these use the VQ 37s. So, which, yep, that is the case. that is the case. Oh, get rid of them. Get rid of them. Right, rod caps and crankshaft bearing caps. I know you can repair all these, like I am now. Like I said, this car isn't in a bad condition at all. It's just, I wanna just restore it anyway, to see how much power I can get out of it, how much torque I can get out of it. Best thing that you can get out of these cars is a big top speed. You know, and I want to make it look good as well, like I did with the 370Z. I know some people might think that the green on a 370 doesn't really look good, especially with the red trims on it. I mean, the red and green does look a bit... It's not something you see on a 370, but I think it makes it unique. It's got the green calipers as well, and the Turbo S just looks absolutely phenomenal with the gold and white combination. Like the retro combination is just... I knew I made a good decision when I created this. Yeah, gold and white as well for the whole car. So the engine, the suspension components, everything is gold and white. There's a few black bits as well, but not really noticeable, because the gold and white just stands out that much. Right, back to the R35 anyway. Well, I say back to the R35, just the engine at the moment. Pretty much stripped down all the way now. Right, all I have to do now is take the ignition coils out on both sides, so I can get the rocker covers off, or the head covers off, so we can expose the camshafts. Right. Well, this also right, it uses the same heads as the 370Z, so it's the same layout with the rockers and the cams. So I'm not a stranger to most of the parts on this engine. But whilst I remember, I'm just gonna... Where's the... Oh, I'm completely looked the wrong way. Well, right, fix his engine, well, the rocker covers, get rid of the old ignition coils because I'm going to be replacing them with upgraded ones. No. There we go, get 6 of them bad boys. Let's just tear down the heads now. So first things first, let's take the spark plugs out on both sides so I can replace them with new when I rebuild the engine. I know this process is probably, well, it is a lot longer when I take the time just to tear the engine down, take the parts out, sell the old parts and buy new. But I just like it like the way I do it. I think it is more organized the way I do it. So I don't remember. So I don't forget, So don't forget to buy certain parts. So I know the camshaft caps, there's 8 altogether for this engine. I only know that because of the 370Z. So luckily for me, this 35 engine uses some of the 370Z parts, so I know the layout. There we go. Get 8 of these bad boys. Get rid of the old ones now. So yeah, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I will be uploading tomorrow and Friday as well. I don't know if I'll just upload tomorrow and then do a stream Friday, but we'll see when the time comes. We will see when the time comes. I've got a good feeling about this 35 though. There is in the background. I will be changing the colour of it as well. To, I don't know. I still haven't thought of a colour scheme for this car yet. So, just gonna keep thinking whilst I do the engine. So, rocket arm A's, I don't think. No, I can't repair these, so I'll have to just replace them. I know you can't get performance rockers. Would be nice if we had more performance parts on this game, so we could literally do up every single piece of this engine. So I need a, oh no, I need 2 A's. Because yeah, 2 A's and 2 B's. I think I've already got. Because underneath the crank bearings now is another rocker. I say another rocker. We've got a few. We've got like cam pieces here, but there is still rockers on there. It's a weird layout, but it works. So, you know, clearly Nissan is happy with the layout, because they wouldn't have made the engine as they have. Right, crank A. Not crank, cam. I don't know what's wrong with me today, guys. I can't, like, speak. Because when I do speak, I say the wrong words. Pronounce the words completely wrong or the opposite. Right. Right. There's the cam A, cam B now. There is. Get rid of the old. Right. Literally one more thing to take off this engine to reveal the pistons and all that. Ah, I need to buy new bearings as well. Not bearings. Sometimes they call these camshaft bearings, sometimes they call them just caps, but they are called caps on you, so I do apologise. See camshaft bearings, but I just want caps. Where the two, they should be, whoa, what am I doing? A, B. Lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly. Just gotta get the engine heads now. There we go. Just gotta find them now. Because, as you can see, there is multiple heads on here. One. Second one should be, there it is. There's the second one. These bigger pieces add a lot more horsepower. But I will be upping the performance percentage on all these parts. As you see, there's like a percentage up, 3% there. You know, 1.75% there, 0.13, and you know, you get what I'm saying. Like, then when I up the quality on them parts, the percentage of how much horsepower they add to the engine will increase. Right, get rid of the Yeah, that is the last piece, the engine block. You can't get a performance crank or a performance block, so you can't like forge them, which would be nice if you could forge them. So something like billet forge would be nice. But this game doesn't give it to you. Unless you play on PC, you probably could get a mod or something like that. So pistons. Even though this game is missing a lot of things that could make this game a lot more realistic, you know, I still enjoy playing it. I enjoy streaming it, and I enjoy doing what I'm doing. Because I am a car guy, so anything to do with cars, well, I say anything, most things, not all things, but pretty much anything to do with cars I enjoy. I don't think I sold the original alternator, did I? I swear I just saw, yeah, I knew I saw a OEM alternator. Just got, see, the quality is the stars at the top. They go up each time, and like when I come across a performance part now, I will demonstrate it. Performance here is 3. When I put it up onto a 1-star quality, it will up the percentage to a 3.3. The value will go up a bit. Yeah, 3.9 now on, you know, the best quality. And it'll do it with every single piece that obviously is a performance part. For OEM parts, it doesn't change much, but the value and obviously the quality. So the probably changes the strength, and the parts will last longer and will be more reliable. Well, realistically speaking, they would be anyway. But in this game, I don't think that it's that realistic anyway. Got a few more parts now to up the quality on and upgrade. Good old turbos. They're going to look really nice, those shiny turbos. Right, so like I said, I'm not going to paint any of the parts for the engine. Because I was thinking of doing it, but I don't want to now. I don't really want to. I just want to keep everything original coloured. Maybe it'll look good. Hopefully it looks good. I went all out on the Turbo S though, because also the 370Z, the only thing that's been resprayed and painted on there is the calipers, the rims, and there's just the bodywork, but that's literally just it. Everything else is just the original colour. Yeah, those new shiny turbos stand out really well. If you was to look in an engine bay and look, you know, close enough, and you look down into the engine bay to where you could see the turbos, I think if you see some new nice performance shiny turbos, I think, yeah, you don't want to race that car, you really don't. Especially if the turbo size has been, you know, upgraded. Yeah, then you definitely don't want to. So say, for example, now if the turbo was a hybrid turbo, yeah, just run the other way, or just drive the other way. Don't attempt to race the car unless you know you've got more horsepower. But it's not just the car, and it's not just how much horsepower you have in the car, it's also the driver. So if you know for a fact you're probably a better driver than the person that's got more horsepower, you know, you could still beat him, especially if it's a windy road. Right. the intake manifold on. Damn, that is shiny. That is shiny. It's really shiny. I think things like that, like chrome on an engine, makes it stand out as well. I know if I painted the engine it'd make it stand out even more, but chose not to with this car. Right. See, putting the engine back together, it's quite a quick process. It's just stripping it down and buying the parts for it and repairing the parts. That's the thing that takes so long. Right. I'm not going to put the last part of the intake manifold on, because it'll just cover my view for the rest of this head. So all the new performance parts are being installed into the engine and on the engine. I've got a really good feeling about this car. I know these cars in real life, the R35s, to put out a lot of horsepower on the dynos, so I am hoping for at least 1,000 horsepower out of this car, which would be really good. That would be really, really good. Right, get the caps on. It's coming together now. It is coming together. Right. Oh yeah, that shiny intake manifold it does stand out a lot, especially even with the engine cover. It stands out quite a bit. And then we got the shiny new performance throttles. I'm not sure, but the actual performance throttles do look bigger. It do look like a bit bigger. So obviously the bigger the throttle you have, the more air intake, well, the more air can go through into the intake manifold then. In theory anyway. Obviously it involves mapping and all that sort of stuff. Right, just putting all the timing components back together now. What would make this game even more realistic, especially with the timing and that, is if you actually needed to time up the parts, like time the engine right up. That would make the game more challenging. Because obviously you've got to make sure that the crank is in the right place. You've got to make sure the cam gears are in the right place. Right. Putting the last pieces on now. The engine. Then I can do the underside. So put the rod caps back on. And the crankshaft bearing caps. I knew it used the same belt as the 370Z. I figured that one out whilst I was stripping the engine down. It's literally just these pieces now, and the oil pan and the oil filter I think will be the last piece that I put on this engine. Then we can get this engine from the stand, put it back into the car, then we can start, you know, restoring all the suspension, the gearbox as well, because obviously I gotta take everything from the whole, like, off the rear. The rear suspension's gotta be all out before I can actually touch the gearbox of this car. Which, you know, I'm not complaining. It is what it is. Nissan wanted to be unique with the R35. At least Nissan, well, as far as I know, at least Nissan made their own engine. for the R35, unlike Toyota when they made the Mark V Supra and just thought it'd be funny to borrow. I say borrow because I don't think they had permission to use, I think it's a B58 from a Beamer. B58. Silly Toyota. It's probably one of the biggest mistakes they ever made was borrowing the B58 from a Beamer and putting it in their Mark V Supra. I think if they had kept, or I should say, if they did keep up with making their own engines, like what they did with the Mark IV Supra, they made the 2J. Really successful car. I think though the Supra was made really successful because of Fast and Furious. I'm not, you know, it is a fact that the reason why the Supras are liked so much is because they made a big appearance in Fast and Furious. But even before the Fast and Furious, the Mark IV Supras in the 90s were just crazy anyway. Tuning capabilities are out of this world. But yeah, I do think though Toyota made a mistake using a B58 for the Mark V Supra. That's just my opinion. If you guys that are watching have a different opinion, that's up to you. But personally, you know, Toyota shouldn't have used a B58 for the Mark V Supra. But anyway, back to the R35. Just doing the exhaust now. So these V8 downpipes. Whatever works by the looks anyway. Cats, then a middle muffler. Right, so catalytic converters, middle mufflers. There is two of them. Some new shiny parts. Some new shiny parts. Just uses normal exhaust pipes as well. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. Get two exhaust pipes. Now rear muffler GTR. I think the performance GTR rear muffler takes away the black tips. Yeah, they do. And there's a chrome tip. I mean, I don't mind that because it adds performance, so the more horsepower the better, because that's the whole point of me doing these restorations on this game, is to see how much horsepower I can get out of these cars. Right, go to the little container. Well, I say the little container, I might as well just say the container, to up the quality on all these parts. I don't even know how much money, like how much profit I've made so far on this car. Probably a lot. I mean, I've done a lot on the car so far. I have to do the exhaust now. I will get onto the engine bay, replacing battery, fuses. Intercooler. I think this should have an intercooler on it. It should do. Yeah, there's a large intercooler on this, so that'll be upgraded. Right, whole new exhaust system with some new shiny tips. Still haven't figured out what color I want this car to be. You know what? Actually, I know. So might as well paint it now that a color have come into my head. An idea, I should say. Right. Those are the colors I've been using just from Just thinking now. Right. Don't know what colour to use for. I did have a. You know what? I'm just going to go black. I'm just gonna paint it black, but a. Do I do a matte black, so like the Batmobile? So it makes it look mean, the matte black. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go matte black, and I think I'll do the same with the rims as well. I don't know if I want to keep the original rims. I'm gonna upgrade the rims on this car. Get some multi-piece, some 3-piece wheels. Well, I say wheels, rims. I will be getting. Right, so matte black I've gone with. Makes the car look really mean. It does make it look mean. Right. No, don't do that. Get rid of all the reservoirs. I know it's gonna come up with this, but I'm not in campaign mode, so I don't have to worry about that. Get rid of the reservoirs, the brake servo, the servo, I mean, the ECU. Get rid of the radiator. Let's get onto the filter boxes now and get rid of the old filter and restore these filter boxes. Yeah, there's the OEM filter. Get rid of that. I will get rid of the old intercooler as well and slam a upgraded one in there. Right. Get these clips off. To reveal the other air filter. Alright, what else? Right, ABS module, take that out as well. I'll keep the fuses in there for a sec whilst I repair all the other parts of the engine bay. So slam the battery on there. I don't have to buy a new one of them, I can just repair it by charging it. Brake servo, anything to do with the radiator. So basically, all the parts I know I can't upgrade, I will repair or replace with more OEM parts. Right. So by looks of it, I'm going to need new filter boxes. So get rid of the original air filters. Get some performance air filters to put in the car. There's type A. Right, get rid of the filter boxes. Right. Oh, there we go. What I like about anything to do with air filters is right at the beginning of the menu. So 2 of them I need, and I need 2 covers. Right. There they are. Right. The box is done. I need reservoirs now. So let's get the good old reservoirs going. What coolant res does this use? Get rid of the old ones. Right, it uses reservoir D. Good to know, good to know. Reason why I had to check, because the coolant reservoir C and D look pretty much the same. ECU type A now. Get a stage 3. I want to get a stage 3 one. Right, let's up the quality on all the parts that I just bought. Repaired. I forgot to get the battery as well, so I'm gonna have to do another run to this container to upgrade the quality on the battery. And then I can do the fuses then. Awesome, yeah, I might as well. Right. Here's the easy way to do the fuse box. I'll set it here now. I'll go on to the electronic parts. Take three of these, and there's 3 C's as well. No, I got 2 then, didn't I? 3 yellow, 3 red, 1 blue. Right, all good, all good. Right, now I can completely take out all this. Right, take the box out. Get rid of the... Oh, that's the new... Don't do that. I can make mistakes like that. Yeah, don't get rid of the new. Right. Just get rid of the old. All the old parts can go. I know that they're literally barely damaged or barely worn, but just to do a full restoration. Also remember as well, I gotta get a large intercooler for this. I can get the battery off there now. Need to repair the fuse box. I can only do the cover, which is alright. Yeah, I can't do the base. I must have accidentally sold the base anyway. Oh well. Did I sell the base? Yeah, I did. But never mind, let's just get buy a new base for the fuse box. Go to the container now. Upgrade the quality. Yeah. Yeah, this car is gonna be really fast. I just know it. I just know it's gonna be really fast. If there's anything, like if it's realistic in the game, like compared to how they are when they're tuned in real life, then yeah, I know it's just gonna be really fast. Right, slap everything back in the engine bay. And after do the engine bay, then I can move on to... Whoa, I don't know. Yeah, I'll do the front suspension first. Then I'll do the rear suspension, so I can finally get the gearbox to get a new upgraded gearbox into the car as well. Those red filters look really nice. In real life they would be like K&N replacement filters or something like that. They're not cone filters obviously. Oh, that'd be an awesome like DLC they could add to this game, like a performance part DLC where you can have like, you know, cone filters, but honeycomb filters, and like just anything to do with performance parts, like different turbo options like Borg-Warner, Garrett, you know, just the usual then, the usual turbos. Imagine slamming a Garrett GTX on this car. Well, two of them. Two 105mm. I forgot which GTX that is. I think it's the GTX 3000 something. I can't remember. But anyway, they're 105mm turbos. It's crazy. I know the max power outage that they can handle is like 1400, 1600. Just yapping about turbos now. I don't know why I yap so much. It's just like a normal thing when I stream or do a video in general, I think. Wait, I did upgrade that now, didn't I? Yeah. Right, I can put all the liquids back in the car now, because I'm not going to be touching anything to do with the liquids now. All the liquids can go back in the car. So the coolant, the windscreen wash fluid, the power steering, the oil, and the brake fluid. So we want the power steering now. It doesn't take too long to refill the fluids in the cars. It takes maybe a minute or half a minute, around that. Roughly around that anyway. I couldn't fully tell you how long it takes. Do I have to take the engine cover off? Yes, I do. I had to do this with the 370Z. I had to take the engine cover off just to get to the filler cap, which is understandable for most cars, but most cars just have a hole that is already in the engine cover so you can access the filler cap. I mean, realistically, you could access the filler cap with this engine cover on if you had a good enough funnel, well, a big enough one I should say, like a long enough. But anyway, let's just slam the brake fluid into this now, and then we get cracking on with the front suspension then, and after the front suspension, straight to the back. I got a good feeling that we're gonna get this car done in this stream, to be fair. Right, that's all done now. Let's get this up. Let's get this up. Obviously, I will be looking for some new 3-piece rims as well to put on this car. Right. Put the new upgraded large intercooler on this. Get rid of all that. Right, let's just start the teardown, but before I start the teardown, let's buy the new discs. I had to buy 4 obviously, because for each corner of the car. Right, just do a quick teardown. I'm going to paint the calipers as well on the car. I'm going to paint the calipers red. Just, you know, a usual colour you'd see on a caliper. Right, let's get rid of the sway bar links. The whole shock, get rid of that. Don't forget about the tie rod. Right, can't get rid of the knuckle yet. Gotta take the lower arm off. See, like, the suspension is, you know, decently quick to just dismember and replace. Obviously, in real life it wouldn't be quick, but this is just a game, so it's just in and out. You know, go into the car, take the pieces off that you need to replace, buy new or fix the one you've already got, just slam it back in the car. I should say slam it back on the car. It's more of a realistic way of saying it. Get rid of the hub. Oh, that was lucky, and I don't want to take the cover back off. It'll never need to be taken off ever again, anyway. Especially after I fully restore this car. With the pace we're going at right now, this car probably will be done by the end of the stream. Hopefully, you get to... I won't forget to do a top speed run in this car as well. Because I think I forgot to do it with the Turbo S. Right, the only thing I do now is a transfer case. Right, all that's done. It would be nice if I could get a... nah. It would have been nice if I could get a performance transfer case, because that'd be really good, that would. Right, let's just fix all the parts that I can. I know I will need to buy new bushings, which is normal. I know there's going to be a lot of parts and pieces for the rear of this car, because, you know, the suspension is quite complex, because it's got to shape around the gearbox to just so it can all fit in the car. Right, all that's done. I think it's 12 bushings I need on the front. Right, no need to search. I know where they are. Let's do it the quick way. Wrong one. And do it the quick way. Right, we'll go 12 bushings. Should be enough. Bearings. I know I need 2. Ooh. Can't remember which end links they are and which sway bar it uses now. Let's just get rid of the old bushings. I need to get tie rods as well. Right, bushings. Get rid of them. Pads as well need replacing, which is what I expected. So what I do is just get rid of the pieces that I've already bought or fixed, so I know what pieces I need to get then. Right. Alright, front end link B, and I think it's just a normal sway bar, to be fair. Right. No, that was a rear sway bar. I'll sell that now. Front sways they went past them. Right, tie rods as well. I need to get. I think double wishbone shock absorber on the front. So 2 of each. That should be. And it's not going to be everything, because I still need to buy the brake pads. Right, I got the calipers, which is good. Just making sure now I've got everything. Right, so it's literally just the pads I need to buy for the front. Now I can up the quality on every single piece, paint the calipers red, slam it on the car. I didn't need to buy a new transfer case, did I? I didn't check that. Should have checked that. As soon as you know if it's on this, on the list of all the parts. I know the sound is annoying because I'm clicking it quite fast. Oh no, I did do the transfer case after all. Right, good, good, good. All good. Right, just gotta go into paint shop now. Whoa. That perfect colour red. That is perfect. Right, slam all the new suspension parts back onto the car now. Just gotta make sure I put the coils and everything back together. Now that I remember. Right. That's all that done. Just gotta slam it all back in the car now. Right, I'm not going to put the drive shafts back on yet because I haven't replaced the gearbox. But that will be literally soon. Obviously that'll be the next thing I move on to. Before I do all the rear suspension though, I will be doing the fuel tank and the fuel pump. Replacing that. Or upgrading. Right, these red calipers are going to look good with the matte black. It should do anyway. It does on most cars. Personally, like the colour black goes with any other colour. I mean, most colours anyway. Black and brown. I don't know if that'd be a good combination. I would never put black and brown on a car. I wouldn't even put the colour brown on a car anyway, because brown for me just no. Not a colour I would like to spray a car. Right, put the bushings back in the cross member or the subframe. Right. That wasn't an old bushing then, was it? Right, no, that was just my eyes deceiving me. Right, slam the last pieces back on. This car's gonna look really good with some new 3-piece, multi-piece rims. It's gonna look really mean though. Right, I did buy enough rubber bushings. That's always good news. These carbon ceramic brake discs look well with the car as well. With the dark colour scheme, it probably look really good. Obviously I haven't got any new tyres or rims yet, so just gonna have to keep that area just blank. I mean, I could look for when I take the. Let's just take the rear wheels off. What I'll do is I'll do the fuel pump and the fuel tank. Right, fuel tank. Right. Just need the pump now. Then we can look for some new rims for this bad boy. And some new tyres as well, because we'll be putting racing tyres on this. Should help with traction, and more speed. More speed the better. Right. Right. The probably how big are these rims anyway? 20s. Right, 20s on all four corner. Good to know, good to know. Rims, right, here we have a big choice now. Obviously I'm gonna pick some nice looking rims. I'm not gonna put ugly looking rims on the car. So that's not the whole point of what I'm doing right now. And I'm hoping to get some nice looking 3-piece or just multi-piece rims. But I think I've just gone past all the options anyway. So yeah, I'm just on like the muscly rims and that. So like all the multi-pieces at the beginning. I think the best option, I will be getting the rim DLC anyway, so I'll have a lot more rims. I've got them multi-piece. I think it's just gonna be, I won't get the 13As because I can't paint the whole rim, so I'll get 4 of these, size 20, spacers 5. It'll look really aggressive, I think. It will look really aggressive. Right. Let's paint these matte black. Up the quality on them, then I will. Yeah, the thing with the 13As, the other model of these rims, is you can change the colour of the bolts. And that's pretty much it. The colour of the screws and all that. And that's it. But I just want the whole rim to be matte black to match the colour scheme of the car. Yeah, this car's gonna look really evil with the spacers, I reckon. Right. 20s. I'm gonna run 300s on the back. You know what? I'm just gonna go full out, run 300s on the back. Probably not a wise decision. Yeah, 300s on the back and either 275s on the front or 265s. Lower the profile as well on front and back. Probably wise. So this is going to be fully custom. So do the back first. 20s. 300. Oh, 305s, that's the highest. Right, okay. Right, here's the option now. Can I ever go 25 on the profile or 30? I think I'll go 30 just to be safe. Now the front. Right, size 20s to run 275s. Run a 30 on the front. No. Yeah, just run a 35 on the front. I think they're on. They were on 35s anyway. Oh no, they weren't. Oh yeah, run 30 on the front. Oh no, 30 on the back, 35s on the front. Right, fair enough. Right, and get rid of the old now. This is gonna look really mean. I think the fitment will look really mean as well because of the spacers. That's one thing I do like about this game. Is you can actually... Oh yeah. These are big, big, big wheels. Right. Even though I'm not gonna put the rims on yet, because I haven't finished the rear suspension. They'll be one of the last things that will be installed on the car, obviously. But I've got a good idea as well for what I'm gonna put on the license plate. Right, that's it. Right, that's the wheels done, right? Get cracking with the rear suspension. Oh, I didn't put the fuel tank back in either. Right, so brand new fuel tank, brand new performance fuel pump as well. Literally getting closer to finishing this car now. We are getting closer to finishing this car. Obviously, I'll be respraying the calipers red to match the front calipers. I've already got the brake discs for the ceramics, the best option on the game. Because obviously, even though we want to go really fast, we want to make sure we got our stopping power, the stopping time. If you was to do like races on this game, or like drag races. At the pace we're going, we're going to get this car done quite quick. Right. Just stripping it. See what I mean? There's a lot of pieces for the rear suspension on this car. See, like, it's got to fit all around the gearbox. Where normally it just has to... On a normal car you just have to dodge the exhaust and the fuel tank. But with this you have to dodge exhaust, fuel tank and gearbox. I gotta be fair, is unique. Personally, is if I was a owner of a car company or had my own car company, I would not really put a gearbox at the back unless the car was rear engine or mid engine, which that's understandable. But like putting the gearbox at the rear for this, there's gotta be a reason for it, unless they just want to be unique and different. Because if it's just that case, then I see no point in putting the gearbox at the rear. It's probably so they could achieve the all-wheel drive system as well. It's probably one of the reasons. But even then, the all-wheel drive system is still complex on the car, because you still have to use multiple drive shafts and linkages, I mean. Right. Yeah, we finally got the gearbox. Get rid of that gearbox, because I'm going to be replacing it with a custom performance gearbox. I know the engine code for this is a VR38. It is. Gearbox B? Gearbox B? There isn't an A for this, is there? I mean, if there was, the difference would probably be... I don't know. I didn't see another gearbox. If there was another gearbox for this car, I'd probably just make it as a rear-wheel drive, but as it is, obviously it's all-wheel. Right, that is literally the last performance part I need to buy for this car. Because everything else now is OEM. Just gotta repair the parts I can, and buy the parts that I can't repair. Right. Done this quite quick tonight. It's probably the fastest I've restored a car. I mean, and it's not as if the 35 hasn't got that many parts. It's got probably more parts than the Porsche and the 370Z that I've done. Because the suspension components alone, you know, it doesn't lack in number then. Right, up the quality on the parts I've already got. Jeez. That gearbox is expensive. Well, the value have just gone up even more now on it, so even more expensive now. Rear sway bar B. What am I doing? Oh, I completely forgot what I was doing there. So I need to go on the main shop, go on to suspension. Rear sway bar B. Obviously I need bearings as well. Rubber bushings. Right. Whew. There's a lot. That's all I'm going to say. There's a lot of rubber bushings for the rear. Get rid of the pads as well, because obviously I can't fix the pads. Right. There's a lot of rubber bushings for the rear. I'm just going to guess how many. I'm not going to count. I'm used to this game now, so I'm used to how much parts I need to buy. That's weird. The rear spring. It's not weird, actually. Right. Also remember, need pads. Rear spring and cap. I need the new spring and the new cap. So spring and cap, get rid of them, so I can put some new ones in. Well, I say put them in, buy new ones, and then I can install them. Right, rubber bushings. Just gonna guesstimate 15. It's probably gonna buy more than I need. Oh, I accidentally bought 13. I'll just add one more just in case. Yeah, that's a lot of rubber bushings now. But anyway, we can continue with finding. Right, and get rid of all the old bushings. I couldn't be bothered. Like I say, can't be bothered. You know, I'm just guesstimating how much bushings average that I need. Oh, don't sell that, because I need that. Right. There should be only 4 pieces left, maybe, that I need to buy. No, maybe just 2 then, which is the shocks. Right, that's literally it. That is it for parts, like buying parts. Right. Just gotta spam the button, guys. Gotta spam the button to upgrade all the parts. Go absolutely mental on the button. Gotta completely spam it. Right, there we go. Right, license plate now. That is the complete wrong thing that I want to go on. Alright, just get a standard custom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it? 8 pieces. Right. I think I'm gonna do I G A I gap you. Yeah, that's probably the most acceptable license plate to put on this car. You know, because I know that this is gonna put out a lot of power. I just know. I haven't even put the rear suspension in yet, and I just know. I know this is gonna look fire though with the new rims. And really aggressive with the fitment as well, because running 305s on the back, which will help with drag races a lot as well. Right, get to put the cross member back in. Just slam all the parts back together now. Ooh, one thing I forgot to do. Ooh, that was lucky. Paint the calipers. I think I haven't painted the rear calipers yet. Paint the calipers, get them all sorted out. Right, now I can rebuild the last piece of the car. Yeah, we are literally so close to finishing this car. I'm just shocked with how fast I've done it tonight, though. Well, it normally takes me so long. Even if I was to paint the parts, it'd probably be quite fast. Right, we've got a new nice performance gearbox on it as well now. So that'll help with changing gear. Changing gear will be faster, more responsive, so you can, realistically speaking, in real life, if you upgrade the gearbox, you would feel more, you'd feel in control of the car even more than you are. That rhymed then, and I didn't even try to make it rhyme. It just came out my mouth as it was. As it was. Right. Upper suspension arms. I'm getting even more excited now to just hear the car, to be honest, because I didn't even try to start it before. I knew it would have started because the condition, you know, it was pretty pristine when I bought this car off the auction. So, like, I don't know. I don't know. I knew it would have started anyway before I fixed it up. I mean, it didn't really need fixing, but I just wanted to do it as a project. Well, speaking of projects as well, if you'd like to get updated on the secret project that I am, you know, currently doing on the channel, become a channel member to support me even more as well, and support in the secret project, but to also get frequent updates on the secret project. I will be putting the link to the members page in my channel description, so you guys can check it out. And if you'd like, just subscribe to one of the three options. Either way, whichever one you do, you will be getting obviously the channel member VIP perks and all that. Right. Spring cap. Oh yeah, literally, I think that's literally the last piece. Let me just check. Yeah, all these are just the leftover rubber bushings. I bought way too much rubber bushings, but better be safe than sorry. Press the wrong button. Right, we can put we can finally put the rims on now. These 305s are gonna look raw. I could have gone bigger, I think, without rubbing on the shocks. Hopefully the fitment is nice as well. I mean, it's gonna be a bit aggressive, but hopefully it's nice. I want it to be aggressive, but I don't want it to be like, I don't want it to stick out too much out the arches with the spacers. Overall, I gotta make sure I put. Right, are they both 305s on the back? Because I don't know if I accidentally put a 305 on the front. No, they're both right. Cause I have done that before. I have put the front on the back and the back on the front. Right. Just double checking. Like I said, better to be safe than sorry. This is aggressive. The fitment's actually quite nice. I'm glad I kept it with the 5 on the spacers. I'm glad I didn't go with the 10s. The 10s would have stuck out too much. Yeah, the 10s would have been a bit. Yeah, the 5s are aggressive on the spacers, but yeah, it sticks out a little bit. But you'd have to really look, and it looks quite. Oh, my analog stick's a bit broken, but they look quite aggressive, especially with the iGAPU license plates. You know, when you see that on a car, just look. Well, you don't even have to look at the license plate. Just look at what car you want to race, and then if you see an R35, depending on what car you were driving, let's say if you, just for example, I'm just going to use a UK example because the typical car you'd have tailgating you, wanting to race is a Polo, a Volkswagen Polo. Like an 18-year-old driving a Volkswagen Polo, tailgating you, wanting to race, you know, as hard, like trying to race you is just crazy. Or like a Ford Fiesta ST or something like that. So just for example, UK version, a Ford Fiesta's tailgating you and you're in this R35. We all know how that. We all know the outcome of that one. I thought these were 7 speeds. Right. Now it's a 7 speed. I thought they were already 7. Ah, I didn't save it, did I? Because I'm an absolute clown. I forgot you had to press apply. Right, 412. I don't think it'll do 412 kilometers per hour anyway, but hopefully. Just gotta do the mapping now. Mapping is something I got used to. I just gotta do it tidy again. Oh, just gotta get it right. I messed it up somehow. I don't know how I messed it up. I cannot tell you how I messed that up. Wait, so put that one down. No, I gotta get them all level. This is the first time I've messed up mapping in a while. Right, that one's not level now. Neither is that one. God damn it. Just gotta mess around with the mapping until it works for you. Because the goal is to get, obviously, there we go, there we go. Right, that one took me a bit longer than I was expecting. Mapping's completely done, but before I run it on the dyno, I do want to sound check, because I know this car will start. First of all, let's just appreciate how well this interior looks. I do notice that they are, it looks like they have used, like, Ford, air vent caps. It looks like Ford anyway, but, you know, this is realistic on the R35's interior, because I have seen a interior of an R35 and this is really realistic, to be fair. Does it sound like an R35 though? The answer to the question is yes, sounds like an R35 a little. Yeah, the turbo flutter. Oh, just enjoy the turbo. Just enjoy the turbo flutter. And just the blow off. I could just sit here for 10 minutes just doing this, just to listen to that turbo flutter. It just sounds pretty realistic, to be honest, to an R35. I mean, an R35 on idle sounds pretty lumpy anyway, standard. I know I don't think this game changes how the car sounds when it's tuned, but the moment of truth, how much power does this car put out? We'll soon find out. Here we go. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Oh, I'm hoping for 1,000. I'm hoping for 1,000. Come on. Gee. Well, I was hoping for 1,000 and I got 230 more horsepower than just 1,000. 1,230 horsepower. 1,333 newton meters of torque. Gee. That's big gains. That's some big gains. And just the fact of how aggressive the car looks just as it is, but now that I know how much power it puts out as well, that is crazy. Right, I'm going to do a top speed run, or the best that I can do with a top speed run, because the speed track isn't really, you know, long enough to do. That's the most I've done so far. Not with this car, but I think that was with the 370Z. That's how much I got out of it. Was 350 kilometers an hour. Right. Here it is. The Beast. I know this thing's going to be extremely fast. I'm hoping to get, hopefully, 400 kilometers out of it. Kilometers per hour. 400 kilometers per hour. And then what I'll do is I'll convert it to miles per hour. Because that's what system I run by. Because I live in the UK. I run by miles and miles per hour, not kilometers. Right. Change the camera. Oh yeah, this looks crazy. Oh, that intercooler. Oh yeah, that's quick. That is quick. Nah. Oh, listen to that flutter. Oh, I accidentally pressed the wrong button. Right. Gotta remember now. Oh, you can do launch. Oh, wrong button. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, this is fast. Revs high? I'm hoping to get at least 400 kilometers per hour out of this. Come on, does it do it though? Is the question? No, I think I'm gonna run out of track. Am I gonna run out of track? No, you're gonna tease me. Ah, it teased me. Ah, it teased me. 397. I reckon I can do it. If I had a better launch. If I had a better launch, I could do it, I reckon. I think I'll just do the launch control this time instead of just, you know, redlining it and just wheel spinning like crazy. I think if I didn't wheel spin like I did, then probably I would have got 400 kilometers an hour. That's the goal. I want to at least get 400 kilometers an hour. I know it's capable of doing it, but the speed track is just not long enough. I'll just go a bit further back if I have to, because it's literally only 3 kilometers away from the target. Right, I'll go here, even, yeah, launch control. Right, changed up early to stop wheel spin. Want to change up around red line to get as much out of that just one gear. I might change up a bit earlier for 6th. Right, here we go, here we go. Here we go. Come on, push, 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 push. Come on. Oh, it teased me even more. Oh, 2 kilometers away. Right, nah, I'm determined to get us 400 kilometers. I'll just go from barrier to barrier if I have to. I know this thing's fast, but, you know, I'm not going to be happy with it until I have 400 kilometers at my reach. Sounds aggressive. It is aggressive. Oh no, don't limit it, don't limit it. No, that's not something I want to do. I want to launch it tidy. Right. Barrier to barrier. Changed up earlier this time as well. Ooh, it's looking good. Come on, come on, come on. Don't tease me. Yes, we hit 401. Yes. We hit 401, guys. 401. I hit the 400. 401. Yeah, it looks extremely fast as well when you're in the interior view. But 401. That is exactly what I wanted, guys. Let's test the brakes. Oh yeah, brakes are really good. But anyway, 401 kilometers per hour. 401. I'm gonna convert that to miles per hour now. To mile per hour. 400. Right, 401 kilometers per hour. Right, guys. 250 miles per hour I was doing then in this thing. And I know this thing can do more if I had, you know, more runway. If I had more runway, this thing could probably do 420 kilometers per hour. I could limit this thing probably. Yeah, 401 is the best I'm going to get out of this. And I'm, you know, with the amount of runway I've got available to me, you know, I'm not expecting any higher, you know, and 250 mile per hour is crazy though, guys. This car is just fast. So I'm just gonna go back to the garage. So we now know the top speed of this car as well, which, as we all know now, it is quite high. No, 401 kilometers per hour. You know, for that is just crazy numbers. That is now. So 250 mile per hour I got out of it. I know I could have got more, but I didn't have, you know, enough runway. If the runway was longer, I could limit this. I could limit that R35 in 7th. I knew adding another gear was sensible. It was a sensible decision, and was a really good decision, because I know it wouldn't have done what I wanted it to do with just 6 gears. You know, 7 gears is as high as I go. I think the new R35's now got 8 anyway, but yeah, but with this one, I am really impressed with how this car turned out. And I'm even more impressed with how fast, you know, I rebuilt this car, and you know, this is the fastest car so far on the channel. This is the fastest car so far with the Car Mechanic Simulator series in general. Yes, 250 mile per hour. Yeah, it is just crazy fast. Obviously I did the 370Z. Next stream now, I will start the Grand Cherokee SRT8. Hopefully get, you know, as much as I can get out of that. Obviously we've got the beautiful 90s Turbo S there. The OG, the 370, the first car that I did on this game on the channel. Now we've got the fastest car here, a 35, the absolute beast of a car. But anyway, now that we've done this, guys, I'm going to wrap tonight's stream up. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me restore this 35. I mean, it wasn't in a bad condition when I first bought it from auction, but I just wanted to restore it to see how much horsepower I could get out of it, how fast it could get to go, you know. And like I said, if I had more runway, I could have got faster. I could have limited this car in 7th gear. But yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed the stream now tonight. I will be live again Friday night, and I'll be uploading tomorrow, upload a video tomorrow, which I'll get on making now. But anyway, I hope you guys all have a good night, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to get notified on when I upload a new video or when I'm live, and smash the like button as well if you like the videos. And like I said, I hope you enjoyed tonight's stream, and this is Wolfie. Goodbye guys, have a good night.